Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Courtney Lene. Yes, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. As you can tell by the title, I am taking you guys throughout my whole day of going to get a test called a resting metabolic rate test, and I went to this place called Dexafit. Now this place, Dexafit, has places all around the world. I actually already went to one in Atlanta and I got like my whole everything done, like a VO2 max test, the RMR test, the Dexa Scan. I got all of that when I was in Atlanta, but now that I am here, I did not need to do all that. I just wanted to get my RMR test, which is a resting metabolic rate test. And for those that don't know, a resting metabolic test shows how many calories your body burns at rest, giving you the data you need to plan a perfect weight loss, weight gain, or weight maintenance plan designed to succeed. It measures the calories your body needs just to sustain functions while at rest. So that is super important because your body needs certain amount of calories, certain amount of nutrition, everything. It needs the certain amount of number just to function. So like just to wake up in the morning, just to pee, just to breathe, just to exhale, all these things, your body needs a certain amount of calories to perform in a adequate way. So usually when people are on a weight loss journey and they're not educated and they don't know what they're doing, they tend to eat a lot less than that, and over time that can cause thyroid problem. It can cause massive weight gain or massive weight loss, which is not healthy. And so this time around, I wanted to do it the proper way, the more sustainable way, which is why I wanted to get a new updated RMR test. So with that being said, let's get into the vlog. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Courtney Lene. I am here at Dexafit and I'm about to go get my RMR test. RMR test is your resting metabolic rate test, which is gonna literally tell me how many calories I'm burning just naturally, which will help me get into a correct calorie deficit so I can lose weight. Your girl has 40 pounds that she needs to lose. Because this summer, it's coming up real soon and I'm a summer baby and we need to be looking good. And yeah, we got places to be, things to do, islands to be on, and bikinis to be in. So we need to get it together. And the calorie deficit that I've been in recently has not been really working or doing the job. So I'm going back to the basics, which is getting a DEXA scan, getting my RMR tested, and like just really figuring out the actual correct numbers so I can stop playing the guessing game. And yeah, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. I'm super excited. So let's go. So we're back. If you are still here rocking with me, I want you to put this emoji right here just so I know you a real one and we is locked in and you're ready for this information that I'm about to give you. Okay, so just to like break down every little thing, like we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty and like all the details. So for one, the Dexafit place is called Dexafit San Carlos. So this is in the Bay Area. And the test that I got was $129. So $130. I personally, now that I know what I know, I personally wouldn't go do it again. So since I got my first one, it was in 2022, and so it's now been 3 years. And so now I felt like it was time to go get one. But when I went online, usually how I do it is I go to this place called tdee.com. And basically like you'll put in all your information, how much you weigh, your height, like your activity level, if you're sedentary, work a sedentary job, or if you like go to the gym 1 to 2 times a week, it'll like compute all that, put it in consideration, and then it'll spit you out a number that is your BMR, your basic metabolic rate number. And that is also kind of the same thing as resting metabolic rate. A BMR is a basal metabolic rate that measures the minimum amount of calories that your body needs to perform necessary functions. These functions include pumping blood throughout your body, digesting food, etc. So it's basically the same thing, but how I like see the difference is the BMR is like the basic needs, and the resting metabolic is like what it's the amount that it needs just at rest. To be honest, it's kind of the same thing. Okay, we're not gonna get too much into it. However, so when I go onto TDE and like put in all the information that I need, it spits me out a number, and the number that I got on the BMR like online, it was 16, I think it was like 1609. Okay, but when I went to go get the test, it was my RMR was 1675. So it was about like 70 to 100 calorie difference. So now that I know that, I'm not about to spend no more money. I'm about to just add an extra 100 calories to what I see online. Okay, yeah. If you want to save your money, I will save your money. Okay, like I said, the results that I got was 1675. So 1675 calories is how much my body needs just to function properly and healthily. Okay, and with the test was about, the test took about 15 to 20 minutes, and the results was that my metabolism was normal. It wasn't low, it wasn't high, it was just like in the middle, normal. Now granted, one thing I don't like about this specific Dexafit in the Bay Area is that they really didn't give me no information. They barely really explained my information. I feel like if I'm paying $129, you need to sit down with me and explain every single thing that I want to be explained, and they did not do that. And they had like, I guess they like double booked or something, or my test ran a little bit longer, so they had somebody right after me, so like it felt really rushed. However, I felt like to make up for that, they did give me a complimentary like body scan, like, you know, the one that you stand up on and like it spins you around. They did give me that, so that was cool. But the one in Atlanta was only like $85, and they sat with me throughout the whole thing. They were super sweet, super nice. They let me record, and they were just really personable. Another thing that I found out from this test was that I burned 77% carbs, and I only burned 23.3% fat. This is what ChatGPT says. When you primarily burn more carbohydrates than fat for energy, it means your body relies on glucose, aka carbs, as its main fuel source rather than stored fat. And that is not what you want. You want, whenever you're working out, you want to be hitting that fat source so you could be burning fat. So instead, I am burning sugar, aka carbs. This could be influenced by several factors, including diet, meaning having a high carb diet, which leads to more glucose availability, so your body prioritizes burning the carbs over fat since it's more carbs inside my body. So knowing that, in my mind, I'm already like, okay, so it seems like my body, I'm consuming a lot more carbs. So therefore, to combat that, I will be doing a lower carb diet. And like, I go crazy with the pastas, I go crazy with the sweets, especially on my cheat day. So moving forward, I'm gonna have to really limit that if I want my body to be tapping into that fat burning source instead of that carb or sugar burning source, you know. Another factor is like doing high intensity workouts, so like hits, because when you do like high intensity workouts like running or like it says, doing hits, so like running really quickly and then like cooling down and then running quickly again and then cool it down. When you do workouts like that, it is tapping into your carb source because it is a quick energy release. HIIT workouts primarily use carbs for quick energy release, because it's just quicker to tap into that carb source when you need like the energy quicker. So it's gonna just tap into that easy area. So to combat that, I will be doing way more walking, like taking 10 to 20k steps, doing like the elliptical, doing things like that, like very steady state cardio. So the fact that I went and got this test, I now can do my calculations for my calorie deficit a lot better, and that is exactly what I did. So I'm gonna share with you guys. Starting this new journey, I already lost 37 pounds. I have 40 more pounds to go. Like I said in other videos, I gained over 60 pounds during the pandemic, so we got to get that up off of me, period. Just to live a healthier, happier, more confident, just overall better life. I gotta get this weight up off of me, okay? And the older I get, the harder it's getting. So it's time to lock in. It's time to like get it together, okay? I have 40 pounds to lose. How I calculated it was I went on this website called TDEE. I am a female. I am 28. I weigh 190. I am 5'7". I work a sedentary job. However, I do about 10k steps a day, and I work out. I'm doing like 2 to 3 days of like weightlifting. Doing all that, it calculated my thing. It said my maintenance calories is 2200. Right here you see it says basal metabolic rate 1617. However, on the Dexa Scan Fit test, the RMR test that I got, it said 1675. So just keep in mind, like, I'm gonna probably be adding about 50 calories to whatever it is telling me to do. So I'm gonna go here, it says cut. So boom, these macronutrient value reflects your cutting calories should be 1724, which is a 500 calorie deficit. So I'm gonna add like about 50 to that. Yeah, I'm gonna add about 30 to 50 extra calories to that. And so I know I'm never gonna eat less than 1675 calories. So based on these calculations, my like safe space for my calorie intake will be from 1750 to about 1800 calories every single day until I hit my goal. And with my ChatGPT, it definitely did say I will be hitting my goal by the time that I want to hit my goal. So this is super doable. However, baby, getting up to 1800 calories is not hard. It's actually, it's quite easy, honey. You eat one donut with fudge and Nutella on it, like how I like to eat my donuts. it will definitely catch up, and the calories will add up. So, or even going to Olive Garden and getting like a whole, like that whole meal, like the chicken Alfredo and all that type of stuff, baby, I calculated it. Just eating the like chicken Alfredo is 1,500 calories. Not to even add, if you get a regular Coca-Cola, that's 150 calories on top of that. Okay, now you're at like 1,700, and then you're gonna eat bread and you're gonna eat salad. You're definitely hitting more than 2,000 calories just by going to Olive Garden, and that's just one meal out of your whole day. So it's super easy to get to 1,800 calories. I feel like 1,800 calories is a really good spot. Like 1,750 to 1,800 calories is a really good sweet spot for me. This time around is doing a lot of swaps and like not restricting myself, because from years of being on a weight loss journey, I've noticed that when I restrict myself, like I'll be good Monday through Friday, and then that Friday, Saturday, Sunday come and I'm binging. I'm eating anything and everything in sight and eating a lot. But when I did some like little experiments, a little trial and error, and when I was like eating like maybe a piece of cake on a Tuesday and then eating a piece of cake or a cookie on a Friday, like Saturday and Sunday, I'm not like going to Cheesecake Factory and getting a full piece of chocolate cake with cheesecake. Like I'm not doing all that because I already had it on Monday and Tuesday and Friday. And so after like having like adding up all of my calories throughout that week, like it's not as high as if I would have like restricted myself for the whole Monday through Friday and then like just ate whatever I wanted on the weekend. So that's how I'm going to be moving this time around. Good news, I did get this on the 10th of March. It is now the 21st. I have already lost 4 pounds. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm already 4 pounds down by following my calorie deficit. So I feel like, yeah, we're making progress. We're doing good. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope it was super helpful, super educational. I hope it gave you some tips and tricks on how you could really do good on your weight loss journey and really like crush it this time and be super successful. But if you're interested in seeing any of my other weight loss journey videos, be sure to click here or here. I don't know where it be at for real. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video.